Products and services, count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday and on Wednesday and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you. Hello, good to know that you're there. I want to thank all of you, and I want to say a very big thank you again and again to those of you that are always waiting for this program to start. You need to hear some things that I hear after the shows. Some actually program themselves just to be on this channel for this program. Someone told me that come what may, that they, herself and her family, will never do anything to miss it. So I really feel encouraged knowing that there are people out there that are listening to what we have to say. I thank you very much. Thank you, those of you that keep sending messages, encouraging us and advising. Thank you very much, and we really appreciate you. Well, it's Christmas season, and I believe that you're already gathering things for celebrations. All right, let's all make it a happy one. As much as possible, there should be no violence at this season, all right? It's a season of joy, it's a season of happiness, and we all need to embrace that. So once again, thank you. And to those of you living in Houston, it's a very, very cold night, all right? So make sure you stay warm, and God bless you all. All right, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'm always happy and proud to be here. Now, my aim is to ensure that as much as possible, domestic violence is reduced in our society. Domestic violence is real. Yes, it is real. As you speak, I'm sure someone is going down in the name of love. It really doesn't have to be this way. And so the little contributions that I can make and you can make to reduce the issue of domestic violence will go a long way. I mean, this is just contributing mine to the more beautiful situations in the society. And we all need to embrace that and just make the world a beautiful place. Personally, I would always say, do anything you have to do to make your relationship work. Let it work. work on it. Let it work. If you have to beg, beg. If you have to spend money, spend money. If you have to call on others to step into it, call on others to step into it. However, if the journey is too tough for both of you to tag along, by all means, go your separate ways. And that's the truth. You're better off living long as a single parent than dying young in the name of love. All right? Do everything. Your life matters a lot, and you must do your best to stay alive. Well, everybody's going to die anyway, but then wait for it. Don't put yourself in a way that could have cut short your life. All right? You're very important to some people, and they expect you to do well. Yes, that being said, usually when something big has happened, that's when we hear. When it's big news, when someone has killed someone, someone has maimed someone has chopped off someone, and gory tales like that. Those are the big news. However, there are little things that accumulate before the big news will come to reality. Those little things are the things I like to talk about on my program. If we can eradicate those little things, then the big gory news will not be necessary. All right, people punching themselves usually does not start from that day. Usually there would have been reasons and reasons and reasons that have been piled together. All right, so those little things are the things I want us to address. I can't do it on my own. I will need your help. Those of you on Facebook and on YouTube, remember to always like, love, and share. The more people that listen to this, the better it is for the society. We're not doing anything apart from just generally encouraging people and telling them what to do and how to do it. And it goes a long way. It helps. It helps a lot. All right, tonight's program, the topic is very important. It's the conclusion of what we started on Tuesday. And I'll quickly refresh your mind. Felicia was one of the callers on Tuesday, and she had said, regardless of what he does, as long as he keeps coming back to say, I am sorry, then she would forgive. And that sounded, I remember somebody called me after the program to say, no, that woman can't be real. But that's who she is. That's her life. And so tonight we are bringing it as a discussion. How many times really can you genuinely forgive your partner when they keep repeating the same mistakes? You understand? What are you going to do if they keep saying, okay, I'm sorry, I messed up again, I did it again, I did it again, I did it again? Are you going to say, okay, it's all right? Or are you going to get tired of it? We need to talk about it because this is the reality of life, and this is what people are going through. Now, usually, like I keep saying, those little things are the things that accumulate. If not well handled, they will metamorphose into some other things. Tonight, I want to call you to please join me, and let's have this discussion together. The phone lines will open early enough so that you can contribute. But then, this program is proudly sponsored by BSA Procurement and Logistics. You understand? Now, BSA Procurement and Logistics is just that wonderful company that would always deliver when it comes to shipping issues. Whatever you want to ship, just talk to them. They do not delay, they do not disappoint, and they deliver in good timing. Those 3 Ds, they don't delay, they don't disappoint, and they deliver. So you need to talk to them, and you'll be very, very rest assured that your deal will be attended to promptly, swiftly, and satisfactorily. Usually, shipping down to Nigeria takes between 7 to 10 working days. And I told you, shipping is done every Thursday from USA to Nigeria and every Thursday from Nigeria to the USA. So what are you waiting on? Instead of looking for what's not lost, talk to BSA Procurement and Logistics, and they'll be so glad to ship your business, whatever you're doing, your property, your business, your purchases. They'll be glad to ship them for you. Finally, do you know they can also procure instead of you traveling down? If you need to buy some major things, just talk to them and they'll procure those things for you and send them to you, and they'll be delivered at your doorstep. So call them and tell them Eshman sent you, and that will give you some good discounts. All right, very soon I'll be going on break, and when we come, we're going to hit the ground running. Just how many times really can you forgive your partners when they keep repeating the same mistakes? I want your mind to go as far as possible tonight, and let's discuss all this. Again, don't forget, it is important that you would contribute, because there are people listening, there are people that what you have to say is what could transform a thing or two in their life. So they'll be waiting on you. All right, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Stay by, and I will see you on the other side of the divide.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA Office, 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas, 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance to everyone. Permit me to invite you to our end of the year party. Abntv, powered by the Sticker Media, will be having our end of the year party on the 26th of December 2022. Time 6 p.m. Venue Finger Linky Event Hall, 9811 Bisunet Street, Houston, Texas, 77036. Live band by Ni Ajetomobi Aladamo Ijesha. Featuring SHINA OYINLOLA and H-Man. Host Bukola Sarah Omobabai. Admission is free. Come, let's have fun together as we honor all our fans. You are all invited. Please join us. For more information, call 346-426-5650. Abntv End of the Year Party. It's going to be awesome. Be part of it.
Asu Rock African Market. We work hard to provide you with a wide selection of things you enjoy from Africa that are of the greatest quality. We are the premier African grocery store franchise in USA. African food products, meats, pastries, and hot and ready-to-eat meals. Check us out today at www.azurrockmarket.com. Open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday. 13711 Western Road, Suite A1, Houston, Texas, 77077. Seamless, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Postmates. Call us now at 832-990-7590. In-store shopping or in-store pickup and deliveries. Asu Rock African Markets. Catering and everyday entertaining.
Without auto insurance, do you know the time and money you'll spend if you're caught? Why risk it? At Aegis Insurance, we have several insurance carriers to tailor your specific needs. We offer low rates on liability starting from $38 a month. For a 2 vehicle, $65 a month. No driver's license, no problem. We accept Texas IDs, passports, international driver's license, and expired driver's license. Pay 3 months in advance and save 20% on auto insurance. We offer discounts for switching over to Aegis, as well as good student discounts. Buy by phone, pay by phone. It's just that simple. It's our job to meet your needs when no one else can. So don't get caught driving without auto insurance. The law requires you to have liability. Call Aegis Insurance today for a free quote and start saving money.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's always good to know that you're there. Again, very soon I'm going to be opening up the phone lines because I want us to discuss a lot tonight. All right, but before then, hey, did I tell you that we'll be hosting you on Monday the 26th? All our vendors, all the regular callers, it's time for all of us to meet together, come together and have these wonderful celebrations. It's going to be at Finger Licking on Business Street by Monday the 26th. All right, there'll be a lot to eat. All right, and of course, you will meet it, the entire crew, ranging from the chief executive to every other person in the house and the directors. And of course, you're gonna be meeting as well with some of our clients that advertise on these programs. So you're duly invited Monday the 26th by 6 p.m. at Finger Licking. Get ready and put on your dancing shoes as well. All right, that'll be wonderful. So it's celebrations all around, and I do hope that we all have reasons to celebrate. Welcome. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman, and again, I'm so happy that you are there. Now, we started this topic when we talked about saying sorry. All right, why is it hard to say sorry? And of course, everybody thought that it shouldn't be hard, but then it is hard. Some actually said, okay, the men have a problem with saying sorry. And I remember Temitayo had called from Virginia to say, no, don't just generalize. I remember Susan called. She was actually the first caller on that day, and Felicia called as well. Now, Susan said, well, African men, I quoted her, that it's in their nature not to easily say sorry because of the ego in them. Felicia said that, look, no matter how many times he keeps coming back to say sorry, she readily would forgive. Yesterday, we branched to talking about suicide yesterday, but today we're going to be concluding on the matter of the apologies, but we're looking at it in a different angle, from a different angle tonight, and I want you all to get involved. Now, imagine it. How many times really, now sincerely speaking, how many times really will you be readily, be available to forgive your partners, even when they keep coming back to apologize over the same thing over and over again? I mean, whatever it is, they made the mistake the first time and you'll be, oh yeah, that's a mistake. Okay, you're forgiven. It happened again. Then it happened again. Then it happened again. And guess what? Each time they sincerely apologized. Each time. I mean, sincerely, you could tell, you could see the tears. You could see, how do I put it? You could see their heart. You could feel the sincerity, but this is happening like the 6th time, the 7th time. What are you going to do exactly? And I want us, listen, I want us to sincerely and critically look at what I'm saying tonight, because truly speaking, there's a lot of people that have that same problem, and they're just caught in the web. They just don't know what to do, whether to move forward or move backward or stay in the same place. It's so difficult when you have a partner that is making the same mistakes, all right, and they keep apologizing over them. What exactly are you going to do? I will open the phone lines almost immediately so that we can have enough room to talk tonight. Of course, what we're discussing is, what do you do when your partner keeps apologizing over the same mistakes all the time? The same one, you understand? So let me paint that scenario. All right, a scenario that, well, not everywhere, but it's common. Let's say you have a cheating partner, and the first time it happened, he apologized or she apologized, and okay, let it go. Please don't do it no more. Then it happened again. Then they apologized. Then it happened again. Then they apologized. What are you going to do? All right, hey, what are you going to do? What should be your advice to those that are going through that problems? Should they say, hey? Now don't forget, before you say, hey, there's love involved. Matters of the heart could be very delicate. It is always not as easy. The matters of the heart are always not so easy to dissect. It's not one size fits all. What works for you may not work for the other family. What you will forget easily, the other person may not. But what's your advice when this partner keeps doing the same thing? You understand, and you keep forgiving, but they keep doing the same thing. So at what point is it going to be enough, or it will never be enough? Felicia said, and I mean, she has every good reason to hold on to her opinion, and I do hope she will call tonight to elaborate, and let's hear what she has to say. She said, well, I don't care. I don't have a choice but to keep forgiving. You understand, as long as he's remorseful about it. Is that really the reality? By the way, Felicia, if you're listening, of course, it's your opinion, and I 100% I'm okay with your opinion. It's fine. You're entitled to it. But then, is it so easy to keep forgiving? Now, when I say keep forgiving, the same offense, the same person, the same mistakes, you understand? And it looks like, okay, please, and don't forget, before you start answering, sincerely they apologized from their heart. You could tell the sincerity, but they keep falling into these same temptations. So what you're going to advise, what will you do? First and foremost, and if you're not the one in that situation, to those in that situation, what will you advise your friend to do when her husband or her partner keeps making that same mistake? What will you advise your cousin to do when his partner keep coming back to say, I am sorry over the same thing? They keep making the same mistakes when you're forgiving them. I mean, I'm calling it mistakes on purpose, but some things that we do with our eyes opened. All right. So when they keep apologizing for the same thing and they keep going back to it, what will you do? Or, of course, whatever you say tonight, please, the word violence has no place in my heart. And the word violence should have no place in your heart. Violence is not an answer at all. So I want to hear from you. What will you advise? What will you do? What can you tell? Do you think Felicia was right that says, as long as he keeps coming back, well, I don't have a choice but to say, it's all right, darling. 346-426-5650. I'll say that again. 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. That is 336-456-3800. So what do you have to say? The phone lines are open now, and I expect you to please call in and let's discuss. They keep coming back, apologizing over the same matters, over the same issues. Not that same one, but they keep repeating the same mistakes. And sincerely speaking, they may not be doing it on purpose. They may not be doing it to hurt you. Yeah, and that's the truth. Sometimes when people commit an offense, it might not be to hurt you. It might just be that they couldn't control some part of their lives. They couldn't control some things. Find a way. I think everybody needs help in one way or the other. I know that this is big. This is huge. Of course, I hear some of you say, what? Nonsense. I will. Some of you say, oh, well, I don't have a choice. So what do you have to say, or what do you have to advise? The phone lines are opened, and I'll be expecting you to call in so that we can discuss all of us together. All right. So let me keep explaining some things while I wait on your call. Again, the lines are opened, and please call any of those numbers, 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. Now, when it comes to behavior, can I quickly tell you, and I want to advise all of you listening, again, I'm happy and I appreciate all of you that keep telling me you enjoy me, but please, it's not about me. This is our program, not just my program, all right? So I don't want to talk and get you carried away. I need you to call in because I also want to learn from you, all right? Now, but those of you listening to me, when it comes to behavior, I want you to know that whoever you're dealing with has been with himself or herself for decades. You understand? For decades. And they've lived in their own world for a long time. Of course, everybody has to change. Everybody has to mature. And when you have somebody else in your life, there are many things that ordinarily you would want to do, but you can't do anymore. Why? Because there's now somebody in your life. But then, before we get into that, a lot of people that have lived in their own world for some years. Dropping the habits that they grew with may not be as easy as you think. It may not be as easy as ABC. Do you know? How do I say this? It took me a long while before I would get used to taking my shower with a liquid soap, because we grew up to use a bar soap. The bar soap was a real thing. So for many years, I didn't think that the liquid soap was real, because we never used it when we were kids. No, not at all. Not even one time. All right, it was always a bar soap. But later, I found out that, okay, yeah, it's not bad, and I got used to it. And that is my friendly or my choice of bathing soap right now. But then, because I grew with a bar soap, it became too difficult for me to drop it. All right, the same way your partner has some set behaviors that they grew up with. It is not easy to drop them. I'm not making excuses for nobody. All right, I do hope that you guys will call in tonight and let me just hear from you, so that it's not just what I think that I'm putting up front for you guys. Now, it's not so easy to drop those behaviors. No excuses for anybody. Everybody must work towards being a better person. You must be a better person for you, be a better person for your family. That's just the way it should be. But then, some of these behaviors have come a long, long, long way with them. Don't think because you are not involved in their lives just 1 year or two, and you're expecting them to drop all those things. Listen, don't be fooled. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because they've been formed. They've been shaped, more like, with that kind of behavior. And so, hey, you must give room to errors. Once in a while, they will fall into that thing again because they're already so used to it. There are some people that believe that every weekend they must go out. Every weekend they must go out. But now they are not involved with you, that you believe that no, weekend is for sleeping and resting. Now, those are two different things. They grew up to know that weekend is for outing. You grew up to believe that weekend is for resting. If that is not managed, there's going to be serious conflict. Now, you told him the first time, please, I don't want you to go out. They went out, they came back to apologize. At another time, they went out, they came to apologize, and you forgave. At another time, they came back and they apologized. How long are you going to take that? Meanwhile, they're not trying to hurt you. They're just trying to live like who they were raised to be. It's not easy for an adult to drop an already established behavior. Again, I am saying this because it is the reality. You may not like it, but truth has to be told. You would find out, if you listen to some of the things that I say, you will find out that there are actually no reasons to go physical. They are not, look, what they are exhibiting, and they cannot change. If you cannot cope, if you cannot wait till they are able to change, rather than going physical, leave them alone and do your own thing and go your own way. Because a formed adult may find it very hard to drop some behaviors. Have you seen some people, executives, good looking, wonderful people, but when, each time they sit down, you see them biting at their nails, biting at their nails. They grew up with that. No matter how you look at them and you tell them, it is difficult for them. They get lost in it. They get carried away. You understand? But they keep biting at their nails, not because it's a good thing, but because their mind is tuned towards that. It will take a while. And so why do you get so ridiculously mad with your partner when they're just living like what they were formed to be. Listen, life is all about learning and unlearning. Now, let me tell you what that means. This guy has learned something for 20 years, sometimes 30 years, but you want them to unlearn it within a year or two. How possible is that? It may not be so possible, except they are going behind your back to fool you. But then, if they've learned a thing for 30 years, you have to give them a long group to unlearn it. Those that have been smoking all their lives, again, everybody, if possible, drop smoking, all right, because it's advertised that it's dangerous to your health, all right, and to the health of those around you. All right, this person has been smoking for as long as they've known themselves. Now that they've met you, you keep fighting with them because of that. Give them a little time. Talk about it, understand them. I mean, of course, talk about it, but then it's not going to be dropped just because you got angry one time. If you can realize this, there will be less things to fight over. Sometimes we fight over things that are not necessary. You cannot get mad at some guy and get him to drop his behavior overnight. He grew with it. Can you smell the coffee? And that is why we have a call. I think we should just quickly pick this call while we move on. Good evening. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from? Good evening. Can you please speak up? Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
My name is Ola. I'm calling from Usa. How are you today, sir?
Very well, Ola. Thank you for calling. So, Ola, let me quickly ask you, and I want you to have the floor. Your partner keeps coming back to apologize, but he keeps making the same mistakes. He keeps doing the same thing. What's your opinion? What do you think? What will you do? Ola, you have the floor.
Okay. That's a very good question. So, this is my take. You either realize that, the person is always going to do that again and accept it as part of your relationship with that person, or you decide that the relationship is not worth it and leave.
Good
or
point.
You just keep fighting about it over and over, because those are the only choices I think you have, because the other person is not going to change. You already said it. So people don't get to change until when they realize themselves. You can't change nobody. It comes from within, from themselves. They have to get to the point where they realize that, okay, I think I want to change. And another thing that I would say is people will do what you allow them to do. So why would you always allow them to do whatever they want to repeatedly? Now, you are obviously betraying yourself. So I think it will get to a point where you take accountability for your own inaction as well. When you stop being a doormat, like when you take decision like, okay, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to accept it, they will stop treating you like someone they can always go back to.
How do you make them understand that I cannot take this anymore? How do you make them understand? The reason, Ola, before you answer, the reason why I'm saying is that line is actually what people fight over. That's actually what causes a lot of physical in relationships, when there's confusion as per what to do. I love him. I don't want to leave him. I don't want to take this. I don't want to handle this. I want him to realize that what he's doing is bad, and he keeps saying, I'm sorry, I messed up again. How do you keep him and at the same time reject that particular behavior?
Okay, I think that still boils down to the point where you have to be accountable to yourself. Like, okay, you can have a sit-down conversation and I'll let you know this thing is not working for me. You have to, at those points, you have to make a choice. If you feel that you cannot change it, okay. We don't have to get to the point where I begin to act irrationally, right? I'm going to walk away. I'll give you time to talk about it. If you feel this relationship is worth it, if you feel that you can't let go, it's okay. Just find someone who will not complain, who is okay with that attitude, right? But for me, it's not going to work. So at that point, if that person really wants you, this is just my opinion. The person will sit down like, is it worth it? Do I want to lose this person over this? Or will I find someone that is okay to accept this attitude and this habit? I think that it's just, we can have a stick down. We don't have to go crazy. It will get to a point where whoever is doing the forgiving will get tired. And not everyone can handle things like rationally. It will get to a point where you get tired.
Felicia said, no, she can't get tired. As long as he keeps coming back, and I'm sure Felicia is listening, hopefully she will call. As long as he keeps coming back to say he's sorry, she's ready to forgive. How about that, Ola?
Okay, so people are different. If she can, I mean, I'm so glad I'm happy for her. Like, for me, I don't think I'm that person, right? I'm so happy. I mean, the man is so lucky. That's an amazing woman out there.
But I have a personal question for you, Ola. A personal question, and I want you to think about it deeply. Have you really ever been in love with anybody? Is it yes or no?
Yes.
Now, this person that you sincerely love, that you truly love, keeps, in quotes, messing up. Can that love die as quickly as it came? Don't forget you were madly in love. Can that love die? Can you give up that love because this person keeps messing up?
No. I don't believe love dies. That's the truth.
Okay.
Like, you can. What's the word? I just don't believe love dies. But the thing is, if this person continues to mess up, I think it gets to a point where you have to choose your own sanity. Not because you don't love the person anymore, but for your own sanity. Like, okay, I don't think this is making me happy. Okay. We get to a point where we make certain decisions. Like, okay, I love this person, but I love you enough to want to see you to be alive. I don't want to act irrationally. Like, we've got to the point where I feel what you're doing, you cannot change, right? It's okay to hear from you from afar that you're fine than to do something that I will regret. Okay. Because honestly, I don't believe love dies. I honestly don't. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. A lot of wisdom in what you have said tonight, and I really, truly appreciate you, Ola. I'm going to emphasize on some of them, and I love your opinion. Hold on to your opinion. Felicia believes that if he keeps coming back, I'm ready to say, I forgive you. But Ola believes that, no, that's not my own kind of a person. You see, different kinds of people, different kinds of life. But Ola, I do appreciate it, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas ahead, okay?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I wish you same.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Thank you. Yes, let's keep calling in. I know I have some text messages. Let's take some calls before we go on break. So, Ola said, no, not for me. But here is a problem. And she, just like any other person, and I hope somebody will try and help me answer that. She couldn't really convince me with the answering. You're madly in love with this person. That means you can't let go. You don't want to let go. But this person keeps doing this same thing that is annoying you. What will you do? You can't eat your cake and have it. It's either you let go, and if you claim that you're still in love with him, all right, and you walked away, occasionally you're going to come back together, and that's called cheating. Because he's with someone now, she's with someone now. So if you don't want to go off the love, then you have to take the mess. We have another caller. I quickly pick up this. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Hi, Eshman. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Temi. I'm calling from Indiana.
All right, Temi from Indiana. You're most welcome. So tell me quickly, I'll let you have the floor. Your partner keeps making the same mistakes, keeps, in quotes, messing up. How long are you going to forgive? And if you truly love this person, at some point, are you going to let go? The floor is yours. Tell me.
All right, thank you so much. So let me quickly clarify one thing that you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Because I was listening to the examples you were given, and you were talking about people going out during the weekend.
Okay.
Maybe a spouse, your spouse going out during the weekend, and you staying at home.
Yeah.
So I think that, there are some good behavior and there's some bad behavior.
Okay.
So there are some things that might seem good to me and bad to you, depending on how we grew and our level of compatibility. Now, if you say there are some behaviors that are not tolerable and there are some that are tolerable. So if you are talking about behaviors that are tolerable, then you can actually talk about someone seeking forgiveness.
Okay.
So how do you imagine someone who is engaging himself in a bad attitude or bad, that has bad behavior and probably causing nuisance in the environment, and you want such a person to come back and be forgiven all the time? It is a no-no. So we should probably elaborate on what we understand as such behavior. Is it a bad behavior or good behavior?
Okay.
So if it's a bad behavior, why would you keep forgiving somebody who engages in something bad?
You see, tell me, you're right, and that's the truth. Now, to you, what is not a big deal is a big deal to somebody else. I mean, going out at weekends could actually break a home, but don't let's go there. Between couples, the number one problem that could be so hard to forgive is cheating. So, you being a man, if your lady cheated the first time and you forgave, and she did it again, now you're so in love. How long are you going to take her coming back to plead? Are you going to keep forgiving? Or at some point you're going to say, no, I don't want this anymore. I just want to hear your take on that.
Okay.
So we're picking on cheating, for instance, which I think is bad enough.
Apparently, cheating is a bad behavior. It is extremely bad. Because it's like you putting fire on your spouse. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're doing something against the will of your spouse. And if that happens consistently,
yes,
I mean, there's no need for forgiveness. That's intentional.
You are in love with this person, Temi. You are in love with this person.
The consequences of cheating is not good for both parties.
Okay.
Now, being in love with someone doesn't mean that you can't leave the person. So there are two different things. Yeah, that I love you doesn't mean that I can't let you go.
Okay.
Do you understand? So there are two different things. If something is actually causing you issues in your own mind and it's making you have sleepless nights, so why should you just, living in that kind of bondage?
Felicia said she would always forgive. What do you think, Temi?
So the threshold of each individual differs. Because as God created individuals and He put in some level of threshold of tolerance in us, so the threshold of tolerance in each individual is different.
Okay.
So if Felicia can do it, it doesn't mean that all Felicia can do it.
So can you do it? Can you forgive regardless of how many times? Answer me directly.
No, I don't want to do it how many times. How many times is intentional sin?
My first caller also laughed and said, Felicia's husband must be a very fortunate man that she won't do it. Now, you are my second caller. You also said, no, you can't do it. So,
no.
But then...
in football, there's something they call intentional foul.
Okay.
If it's intentional, you have to be penalized. So, you get the yellow card the first time. The second time, you get the red card. You are off the pitch.
Okay.
So,
okay. Yeah. Tell me before you go, all right, and this is my last question for you. Do you know this same thing that we're talking about? And I love what the first caller said. I like what you said. The first caller actually said, hey, if you can take it, no problem. But if it's a behavior you can't take, leave the person alone. Now, tell me, why do people beat up themselves because of these problems? Why?
Why do they beat up themselves?
Yes. We have a lot of couples that beat up themselves because of this. Is it necessary?
Yeah, because they do not know when to leave. So knowing when to leave is the best thing in this world. Like, when something is not meant for you, know exactly when to leave. So knowing when to leave is the best. It won't lead you to more troubles.
Okay.
Because there's always a cause for trouble, and if you tolerate the cause for trouble, there'll be more troubles. But if you can end the reason for trouble, you are saving yourself the stress of putting yourself in more trouble.
I like what you've said. I really appreciate it, Temi. This has been very wonderful. I hope we'll catch up with you on Tuesday if you called into the program. For now, thank you very much, and I really wish you a very good season. All right? Have a good night now. Bye-bye.
You as well. Thank you. Bye.
Well, I may have to quickly run and go on a break, and when I come back, I'll be picking some more of your calls. But like Temi said, you must know when to leave. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance to everyone. Permit me to invite you to our end of the year party. Abntv powered by the Sticker Media will be having our end of the year party on the 26th of December 2022. Time 6 p.m. Venue Finger Linky Event Hall 9811 Business Street, Houston, Texas 77036. Live band by Ni Ajetomobi Aladamo Ijesha. Featuring SHINA OYINLOLA and H-Man. Host Bukola Sarah Omobabai. Admission is free. Come, let's have fun together as we honor all our vendors. You are all invited. Please join us. For more information, call 346-426-5650. Abntv End of the Year Party. It's going to be awesome. Be part of it. Organic fruits, vegetable and skimmed non-fat milk extracted by an expert with over 38 years of combined experience working with products and educational. Cleansed and processed without adding additives such as sugar, coloring and preservatives. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice in yogurt bag. Fresh, healthy and delicious. Our special juices includes green juice, energy booster, fishing juice, recovery juice, regulator juice, rejuvenated juice, organic carrot juice, organic laxative juice, organic kidney cleanse. Our fresh made yogurts includes pineapple yogurt, banana yogurt and coconut yogurt. Order now at 281-741-1037. True Grub Up, Uber Eats and DoorDash. We also do delivery or walk-in at 3320 Highway 6 South, Suite D, Houston, Texas 77082. Check us out at www.paddyspoint.co. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice and yogurt bag. Fresh, healthy and delicious.
Increase your world. Get ahead. Invest in yourself. We make it easy for you at School of Business and Technology, SB Tech, by making you have a flexible schedule, fast career in database administration, human resources management, nursing assistance, project management, computer support tech, A+, GED, ESL. Our place, your place, in person also. 988-988-9888. Business Street, Suite 460, Houston, Texas 77036. Call now at 713-808-9728 or 281-777-5822. Visit us at www.sbtech.education. SB Tech Job Placement Assistance is available.
Need to get somewhere fast and at a reasonable price? You need Tigo. You can be confident your driver will be courteous and professional. Tigo is super budget friendly, even for students and low-income workers. Tigo is convenient. Book your ride, pay, and tip your driver all in the app. Tigo, the ride-sharing company with a difference. Download the Tigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
And good to know that you're there. All right, quickly, don't forget on Monday we have a get-together by 6 p.m., Monday the 26th at Finger Licky. We'll be expecting to see you there. We just want to host our clients and the callers. You can please stroll in. There's going to be a lot of food, a lot of exchange of pleasantries. All right. Also, do you have any comment, contributions? Do you have any stories you want us to deal with? Anything you want us to know? eshman.sharinglifematters@gmail.com. Send in your email. I'll be happy to deal with the topics, all right? Do you have anything that any business that you are involved in, you want us to broadcast it to the world? You can also send us a request, or you are having a program, maybe church program, or any type of program that you are involved with, kids program, we would like to be involved with it. Send your requests either to the phone numbers we keep giving you or to the email. We'll be happy to do your business for you. Or you need an MC, or you want us to speak in your church and your gatherings, we surely will be happy to do all those. Ours is just to make sure that the society is a better place. Send your request and we'll be glad to deal with it. Yes, to wrap it all up tonight, it's been a very interesting evening. All right, don't forget, Ola the court said, well, Felicia's husband must be very fortunate. And that's because Felicia believes that, look, as many times as he keeps coming back, I don't have a choice but to forgive. Tammy from Virginia also called and said, well, it's a good thing for people to understand themselves, but he doesn't believe that he can keep forgiving. Now, where is that the place of human relations if we can't forgive anything and about everything? How long really? How many, if truly you're in love, if truly you love this person, what's the rope? What's the end of the rope? If they mess up once, twice, is it the third time that you're cutting them off, you're walking away, or there's an endless rope? Because people will always step on toes. But then, like Tammy said, there are some excusable offenses, but there are some that are huge, like cheating. Now, if your partner keeps doing all these things and keeps coming back to you, genuinely, with tears in your eyes, from your heart, apologizing again and again, are you going to keep forgiving them, or are you going to say no more? No more. Now, what I asked the first caller, by the way, you can call in, the phone lines are still open. When I asked the first caller, if you're truly in love with someone, what will you do? What will you do? Will you throw the love away? And she believes that love does not die. If the love does not die and you go separate ways, if your paths cross, are you not going to? I mean, what will happen? It's either you love or you don't love. It's either you're in or you're out. If you cannot deal with their excesses, please kill the love. There is no pretense. If you're walking away and you're still keeping the love, what do you think you're going to do? You're going to cheat. So, if you don't want them, if you don't want their behavior, don't want them totally, switch the love over to somebody else. You can't walk away with them and hold on to the love. That love will keep dragging you back to them again and again. And don't forget, now you're with somebody else. So, if you truly love them, stay there, help them to cure that behavior. I just want to hear from one or two of us more tonight. If you can still quickly call, and let's see where we are going to rest this tonight. The question I've been asking repeatedly is, how long is the rope that you're giving to your partner? How many times do they have to keep doing the same thing before you say, no more? And when you say no more, what is the solution? Are you walking away? If there's anything that is not a solution, and the reason why this program is established, there must never be physical violence. No. We do have a call, and let's quickly pick this call. Good evening. This is Share Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening.
Good evening, Eshman.
Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Felicia is speaking.
Felicia, you've been very popular tonight, Felicia, all right? We've used you as an example.
Honestly, I'm just joining.
All right.
Just about 5 minutes ago. I'm sorry.
Okay, quickly, Felicia. Unfortunately, there's a call on the other line. So the new caller, please give Felicia 2 minutes and I'll pick your call. Just call back immediately after Felicia. Felicia, quickly elaborate your point. The first two callers said, there's a limit to what they can take if their partners keep coming back to apologize. What do you think? How should we handle it?
Okay, I'm going to answer that question with another question. How often do you forgive yourself?
Okay. Forever?
Yeah, forever. That's it.
So
he said, the Bible says they are no longer one, but they are no longer two, but one.
Okay. Felicia.
I'm just looking at it from that angle.
Felicia, let's be real.
As soon as you still have bread, you are still breathing.
Yes.
You keep on forgiving.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Felicia, let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Now,
Yeah.
Temi said we have to look at the offense, and we've decided to pick cheating. Cheating is a big deal. Now, if the partner keeps cheating, all right, and keeps coming back to apologize, sincerely, what will you tell your friend to do? Will you tell her, okay, just forgive him? This is about the 6th time, 10th time, Felicia. Are you going to keep forgiving?
Me, I will still put it in this way. How long have you been in that relationship?
Right.
If it is cheating within 1 year, 2 years, you know you cannot stay, you can go.
Okay.
But you have invested so much, you have stayed there for like 15, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yes.
And you can still, you have been coping all this while. I can't you keep on coping? Or, I don't know. Except you are still very young. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, you see, no, it's like this guy is not going to change.
So you believe they should keep coping?
It depends on the years you have been together. Where are you going now? After 20 years, 25 years, and you didn't go since. You didn't go when it is 1 year.
I am sure Temi is laughing at you wherever he is right now.
You didn't go when it was 6 months, 1 year, 2 years.
Okay.
Now you want to go at 25?
Wow. All right.
Go at 20?
Felicia, unfortunately, you keep calling me when it's late. I need to manage this time because there's another caller. Let me try to pick that caller, and I will beg the executive director if you can give me additional 5 minutes on this program. Thank you, Felicia. Felicia, on Monday the 26th, if you can come around, please, and every other person watching me, you're invited. We just want to have this wonderful family season together. Monday 26th by 6 p.m., all right? Thank you, Felicia, and have a good night.
You're welcome.
Yes. New caller, good evening. Good evening. Hello. Yes, this is Shine Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Good evening. This is Abiola from San Antonio.
All right, Abiola, you're most welcome. Now, Abiola, quickly, because of our time, he keeps messing up the same thing, and he keeps coming back to sincerely apologize. Underline the word sincerely. How long can you take that, or what are you going to do?
So, firstly, it depends on the weight of the circumstance.
We have picked cheating. We have picked cheating. Now,
cheating. Okay.
Yeah.
So, being cheating, we already talked about it, and you're not listening, you're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's better for that person to go ahead and continue the cheating. Then you can, for your own sanity, you have to let go, because there are a lot of things that can affect you. Number one, your sanity is very important. Number two, you have to think about your psychological aspect as well.
Okay.
Then your health too is very important. If someone is cheating, it's going to affect a lot of things about you, because number one, you'll not be able to function well. Thinking about what is going on in your home, how do you want to present yourself outside? How do you want to talk to people when you're not doing okay at home? You know, so basically you have to, to me, I will let it go. Like we already talked about it, and you know, according as a Christian, most time we can consult the elders. The Bible says we can consult the elders. We can talk to our pastor. We can go to counseling. And if all those are not working, then you let go. So you can do two things at a time. You have to go with one and abandon one. Either you want to stay with your family or you want to go with your...
It's only one question I have for you. Where is the love? Where is the love?
Well, where is the love before this person started cheating?
He made a mistake.
Okay, then is mistake part of love? If you love me, you won't make a mistake. But if you already made the mistake, then we already rectified it. We talked about it, and you say you're not doing it again. Then you went back to it again.
See,
we can't be doing the same thing over and over.
Felicia asked the question.
Behavior. That's what he want to do, and that's what he wants for his life. Then it better he goes with what he wants. Then we can stay on. Everybody can stay in their lane.
Felicia asked the question. She said, "How many times can you forgive yourself? Yourself, all right? Right? How many times can you forgive yourself? Unlimited. Now, she also said if these people have been together for many years, they've become one. So she believes that, look, as many times as it comes back to sincerely apologize, you should forgive. Is that not the right thing to do, Ma?
But does that mean that, will that make you happy? If that make the person happy, he can go with it. If it doesn't make me happy, I can't be tolerating what cannot make me happy. You have what did they call happiness? Happiness is what comes from inside that makes you yourself happy. You cannot rely on somebody else's happiness. If you cannot stay with your happiness, nobody can make you happy. So if the person want to go ahead and forgive and continue with their life, then you can do it. If it's something that is satisfactory to me or make me happy, that will make me feel good, then I'll go with it.
Final question for you before you go. Do you think love can die?
It depends. Love is dying. Nowadays, a lot of loves are dying. Okay. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So something that cannot, okay, when we're talking about love being that, you cannot sacrifice your happiness for love.
Okay.
It's two different things. You cannot sacrifice your happiness. You don't want to stay in a marriage where you don't feel it. You just stay there. It's like you enduring it. Endurance is different from love.
Okay.
That's two different things.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, time is fast gone, and I may have to wrap it all up here tonight. On Tuesday, we'll try as much as possible to still revisit some of these salient points that we have made. Very, very sensitive topic, very important. All right. I want to appreciate you so much for calling in, and I do wish you a very Merry Christmas. All right.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night, ma. Bye.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very wonderful night. The real truth is that different people, different opinions. Guess what? Everybody is right, as long as violence is not involved. If you can stay and cope with the behavior, stay, cope, work it out. All right? Sometimes your partners will change for the better because of your good and positive vibes towards it. If you cannot stay, if you cannot cope, if you cannot handle it, please, by all means, walk away. Never get to the point of hitting yourselves. No, that's a total no-no. We will not take that, and that's totally unacceptable. Unfortunately, time is never on our side, always going and leaving us behind. And so we may have to quickly wrap it all up tonight. On Monday, the 26th, we have a celebration, a get-together, all right, as family of this wonderful TV station, Abntv. Please, if you are available, if you are around, you can stroll in and come in and just be with us and enjoy the moment with us. There'll be a lot of food, a lot of music, all right, a lot of fun. There are many stars that you're going to be meeting with and shaking hands with, enough to drink and just have a generally good time. You don't want to dull this moment. So make it a point or book it as a date, all right, by 6 p.m. We're going to be finger licking on Bisonate, just having generally good time together. Whatever you do, stay out of violence. I've not been the only one at the studio tonight. Georgina Bracco has been on the camera and, of course, on the computers as well. Bukola Siri has been the one in charge of the commercials, and I really appreciate all of them. Ehiko Echo has been the one dotting the I's and crossing the T's and making sure that everything is going on well without no mistakes. And our executive producer, SHINA OYINLOLA, just generally covering every nook and cranny of this whole program. And you see my face only, but there's so many of us, and you're going to be seeing all of us on Monday. Thank you very much for being a part of this program. Until I come your way again on Monday. Monday is going to be a special program, all right? So you will see me on Monday, all right? This is wishing you a very Merry Christmas ahead. We hope that there'll be good news in our mouth when we see you again. Until then, Eshman is my humble name, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.